Hi guys, so the first rule is that the location of a balance brought down determines where it is placed under the trial balance. This means that if it is under the credit side, it will be credited in the trial balance and vice versa. The second rule is that at the end, after calculating both sides, it must be equal, and if it is not, a mistake was made while posting. Now, if you're in a CSEC exam and it won't balance off, leave it alone and move on. So, the accounts that we balanced off earlier, I am just going to go ahead and just circle and highlight which side the balance BD is on, as well as the figure that was used to balance off the account. I do recommend that you do this if you made the accounts earlier on. Now, as you may remember, the behinds account balanced off itself, which means that it had no balance BD or CD, so therefore it will not be featured in the trial balance account. Here it is, it will not be under the trial balance. So I just wrote down back all the accounts and the information, and as you see, behinds is not written there because we are not going to be putting it under the trial balance. So we are going to be drawing up our trial balance. You are going to be writing in the title, which is trial balance as at the date and the year you're given. So trial balance as at the 31st of May 2020. Okay, put it at the top, and you are going to be naming the owner of the business. The trial balance is very simple. It is just 3 different columns and 3 small rows at the top. So get your ruler and make some nice clean black lines. So it is 3 columns and 3 small rows at the top. Perfect. So the largest column is going to be titled particulars, which is asking you for the name of the account. The next 2 columns will be debit and credit. Okay. So immediately underneath the debit and credit, after the bar line, just put in a $sign. So there should be $2 below each debit and credit. I forgot to put it in when I was making this video. So the first one is bank, and it is debited because balance BD was under the debit side. So I'm just going to go ahead and just write in all the accounts to make it easier and faster for both you and I. So the trial balance is pretty easy. You are just going to be putting in the figure on the debit or the credit side and then calculating both sides. And if it is equal, it is correct. But if it is not, you're going to find yourself with problems, so you're going to have to go back and check if the accounts were balanced off properly or if they were placed under the correct accounts. So I'm just going to let you see what I'm doing because it doesn't need an explanation. Now I use a red marker to tick off capital because we know that capital is always credited, so the balance BD would have to be under the credit side. The same thing will go for purchases, sales, the fixed assets such as the printer and the machine, and also return outwards and return inwards. And if you were given discount allotted or received also. So it is very easy, so you're just going to be putting in the correct amount of money on the correct side. That is all it is asking you for. And then you'll be calculating both sides, assuming that both sides are equal. Then the next account that you will be moving on to is a balance sheet, which will be in the next video. If you have previously watched all the other videos, thank you. I hope that you are now subscribed and that you tapped on the like button. So I'm going to be entering these two transactions because we're both under debit at the same time. So A Brown 380, sorry, P Simpson 323 and A Brown 384. Then A Cobb on the credit side $418. And as I said earlier, not only fixed asset, but I'm just going to say fixed asset because that's how I understand it. Fixed assets are always debited, like the printer and the machinery. It will always be debited. Okay, so at this time, just pull out your calculators and we are going to be calculating both sides together. If you don't, I'm going to bring up on screen right now. Okay, so we are going to be adding all of the different amount of money. Be careful that you don't confuse the numbers or add them twice. Just take your time and punch them in. So the total for the debit side is $20,514. So we are going to pray that the credit side is the same so we can move on to the balance sheet. So $18,000 plus $1,172 plus $418 plus $129 equals $20,514. So our trial balance and previous T account as well as balancing off were done correctly. So we are going to be double lining both sides. I really hope that you are understanding how to do the basic accounting transactions. As usual, leave your comments, press the like button, share if you have a friend who might be interested, and subscribe. So next in the series will be the balance sheet.